You'll want to start with setting up your router. To do this, you will open up VMware Workstation and go to Custom. Use the most recent version of Workstation. You will do the ISO file for pfSense. Virtual name, machine name, I'm just doing virtual router. As far as processors, don't change anything there. Change this to 1 gigabyte. All this should remain the same up until the disk size. You'll want to change that to 8 gigabytes. And then you want to customize hardware before you finish. You will add a network adapter, changing it to a LAN segment. You'll do LAN segment 1 if that's not an option. Add it with LAN segments, and you'll press finish then. After we're done with this, we will set up our workstation. The only thing we're going to change is we're going to change the 4 gigabytes down to 2 gigabytes. And we're going to change this to host only networking. Everything else should remain the same. Except at the final, we will customize hardware, and we will change the network adapter to be LAN segment from the host only. Other than that, just create the virtual machine like you normally would. Now that we have this, we'll log into our virtual machine and log into pfSense. I already did this assignment, so mine is different, but you should be able to do 192.168.1.1. That should take you to the pfSense. And the credentials will be admin and then password pfSense. This will take you to the landing page when it will show you your interfaces, the WAN and the LAN. Now you need to configure the router that you had set up previously. You're going to do this by going to set interfaces IP address to, I'm setting mine to 172.16.4.1, and that's the local IP address. It's going to be 24 for the bit count, and we're not going to do anything with the WAN, so or for the LAN, so we're just going to press enter right here. Not going to do anything. We're not going to enter anything here either. We're not doing an IP6. We're just keeping IP4. We are going to do DHCP, and the beginning range will be 172.16.1.1 or 0.4.100, and then the end of the range will be 172.16.4.105. And then we're just going to press enter, and that's our new landing page for the pfSense. That's the local IP for the router. Now we're going to do the web server. This should not take too long. All you have to do is go into the terminal on your workstation and enter these codes. Sudo apt update, you're going to sudo apt install Apache 2, and then you're going to edit that landing page by doing that command. I just did a little landing page like this. You're going to save it by doing Control O and then Control X. And if we enter the 172.16.4.100, that will take us to the page that we just made. And as you can see, it's right here. Now we need to configure the firewall to allow it on certain ports. I'm going to go to Firewall and Rules. Make a new rule by pressing Add, but I will just show you what I did for this one. We are going to, the interface is WAN, IP address is IPv4, protocol is TCP, single host or alias is going to be 172.16.4.100. That will point us to the website on port 80, as you can see up there, and then that's all I have to do for this section. I'm not going to save it, but you should save it. For interfaces, go to LAN, scroll all the way down to the bottom, make sure these are not checked, and do the same for WAN as well. Press save. That's so they don't block it when you try to enter it. Now you can visit the website from your host computer. As you can see right there, you just enter, that's the IP address for your router. You enter that into a window, and then it should take you to your website.